Hello, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the session. Please let me know if I am properly audible and visible. Are we good to go, guys? For those who are watching me for the first time, I'm Niharika John Mehra, your faculty of English on CGB Mentors, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. Okay, in fact, more than 11 years. So, uh, there is a big update for all of you, but I'm just waiting for more learners to join. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So, from today onwards, we are gonna have editorial classes on this channel. Okay. So please make sure that you join here regularly. 8 p.m. is going to be the time as of now, and Monday to Saturday we'll have sessions here. Okay. So editorial sessions have been shifted to this channel today onwards. Everything else remains the same. So my afternoon practice classes EPFO will be on main channel, and topic wise practice will be on this channel on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturday 1:30 p.m. Okay. Apart from this, every other thing looks great. So जल्दी से like और share कर दो वीडियो को, subscribe the channel if you are new here, and if you want free PDFs, make sure to check the description box for Telegram group. वहाँ पर आपको daily free PDFs मिलेंगी. We are going to have four verticals here: skimming, vocab, grammar, and MCQs. These are the things we do in this whole session. तो आप लोगों के पास में बहुत कुछ है सीखने को, रिवाइज करने को, एंड यू जस्ट नीड टू कीप फॉलोइंग व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग यू टू डू, है ना? So you'll start with skimming. I'll put a timer for you. You have to read this article. This is editorial from the Hindu, and you need to understand the main essence of it. आपको जंप कर करके रीड करना है. नॉट ईच एंड एवरी वर्ड यू हैव टू रीड एज इफ यू आर सपोज टू ट्रांसलेट दिस, और एज इफ यू आर सपोज टू मेमोराइज दिस आर्टिकल एज अ स्पीच. डोंट डू लाइक दैट. डोंट प्रोनाउंस ऑल द वर्ड्स इन योर माइंड. लिपसिंग नहीं करो. तो आपको ऐसे पढ़ना है, एंड योर ब्रेन विल स्टार्ट टेलिंग यू, हेल्प यू स्पॉट द इम्पॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स, एंड दैट्स हाउ यू आर गोना मेक इट थ्रू. ठीक है? सो बहुत ज़्यादा नंबर्स पे, नाम्स पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं करेंगे आप लोग. I'll start timer for you, and 2.5 minutes में आप इसे read करके in one line you can mention here in the chat what is the main message of this article. Please start reading now. Excuse me. So it goes like this. Falling short on India's EV journey. Okay, so electric vehicle journey के बारे में हम बात करने हैं, and falling short in itself is a very negative topic here that talks about all the shortcomings of the journey. India must ensure technology transfer in the EV segment. So, author here says that we need to work on where we are unable to move ahead, unable to progress. On June 2, India took a turn for the better. Taking turn for the better means something happened, something changed in a line of progress for our benefit. Pardon me. For the better in its transport electrification journey by offering concessional import duty of 15% on completely built up units. So this happened by offering a concessional import duty. Import duty पे पे जो concessional import duty है that was offered at 15% on completely built up units. This is contingent on the EV manufacturer. Now anything which is contingent is conditional. So this is contingent, that means this is conditional है on the EV manufacturer investing a minimum of 4,150 crore over 3 years. So the condition is that the manufacturer should have invested this amount over 3 years to localize manufacturing in India with a base domestic value add of 25% in 3 years. This should be the base domestic value add, going up to 50% in another 2 years. So there are some preset conditions they need to follow for this import duty to be 15%. The notification under the scheme to promote manufacturing EPC announced in March allows for a maximum import of 8,000 completely built units annually for each manufacturer for 5 years. So under this scheme, it's only allowed to import maximum of 8,000 completely built units, not the parts but the complete ones, and that is for each manufacturer for 5 years. Now the SPMEPCI adds to the bouquet of policies. Bouquet of flowers तो आपने सुना होगा, but then if there is a package, a collection of policies, उसे भी bouquet आप बोल सकते हो, that attempts to boost EV adoption and manufacturing. So this is what they are doing. They're trying to attempt they're taking some initiatives, some steps they are taking so that the EV adoption is boosted. However, these policies put together, if we consider all of them, fall short of addressing a pressing issue in India. Pressing issue is something of utmost important, urgent, एक चीज जो issue है, challenge है, उसको नहीं address कर पा रहा. To decarbonize and transform mobility. Okay, so the pressing issue here is कि decarbonize करें and transform करें mobility को, that is technology transfer. India began its journey in 15, about 5 years later than most large economies. So we were already behind compared to the other economies. An outlay of this much crore for the faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and EV for 5 years expanded to 10,000 crore in 2019. Okay, it expanded from this to this number. इतना ही समझना है इसमें. China announced its ambitious new energy vehicle subsidy program in 2009. Now, इसी के चलते China also announced its program, which coupled with mandatory joint venture manufacturing of EVs until 22 तक it was coupled with, it was paired with, put together with mandatory manufacturing. It enabled technology transfer. In addition, what happened? A reduced import duty of EVs and cumulative incentives of $230 billion, the most by any country, enabled China to achieve its, अभी China उसके कारण achieve कर पा रहा है, highest global EV adoption rate. हम नहीं कर पाए. This also supported rapid charging infra deployment, rapid deployment of charging infrastructure जहाँ पे लोग अपनी EVs charge कर सकते हैं. That made China, making China the largest producer and consumer of EVs. तो China ने तो पूरा benefit ले लिया ये coupled with वाली चीज का. The US began this journey in 2010. Now another comparison. With an initial outlay of $25 billion for its manufacturing loans program. Initially इतना था उनके पास. This was greatly expanded under the Biden administration's Act, Inflation Reduction Act, but its EV adoption rate is much lower than China's. So यहाँ पे भी they started earlier than India, of course, but the adoption rate was behind China's. In 24, out of 17 million EV car sales, China alone accounted for 11.3 million. 17 में से इतना major share is by China, and followed by Europe with 3.2 million, and then a big chunk is also all about Europe. The US with another 1.5 billion, and rest bacha kucha, the rest of the world, accounting for the remainder. So big chunks numbers already gone. India का नाम नहीं है. China's vertical integration of battery manufacturing. Now see, China is also doing the battery manufacturing part. From mining, processing to assembling, various steps, has aided economies of scale with competitive pricing of EVs against conventional ICE vehicles. So because China has a lot going on internally, domestically, उनका इतना manufacturing, mining ये सब हो रहा है. So because of it, it has competitive pricing. For now, 25% of DVA that India could aim for under the just announced scheme would be repurposing locally made auto components meant for ICE vehicles to EVs. Repurpose करना मतलब use करना, कहीं और use कर लेना किसी component को, किसी चीज को, and layering it with software as a service. SaaS की बात हो रही है, आपने सुना होगा ये नाम, especially if you come from engineering background. So for now, 25% that India could aim for, it's under this condition. But to obtain the crucial technology for the heart of the EV, अभी तो हम ना इधर substitute जो मिल रहा है उससे काम चला रहे हैं. But heart of EV means the main thing, that is its battery. To work on this, India must replicate its approach to localizing ICE manufacturing. तो अभी क्या करना है ना, हमको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के ऊपर ध्यान देना है, लोकल के ऊपर, which is to mandate joint ventures with local ICE और EV makers. अभी इनको इसके लिए to localize the manufacturing of ICE, we have to have certain orders, we have to work with in joint venture form with local ones, and gradually follow a complete open market. पहले internally काम कर लें, थोड़ा सा overlap जो हो रहा है, where we are lacking, we need to work on that, and then we can of course go ahead, progress ahead. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा complex है क्योंकि इसमें काफी technical terms हैं, but that's how it is. Let's go through some vocabulary. Concessional, रियायती. Okay, there is a discount, something is preferential, उसको हम concessional बोलते हैं. Contingent is conditional, something that is dependent on fulfillment of some other things. Localize करना, regionalize करना, you do it locally. Value add is enhancement, upgrade of something. आपने value added service सुना होगा, right? So it is already something going on, but something enhances the main thing. Bouquet of policies is package, collection of policies, a group of policies, of course, aim towards the same thing. To decarbonize is de-emission, green transformation, carbon रहित हो जाना या कम से कम कार्बन. Outlay is allocation and budgeting, कहाँ क्या जाएगा, कहाँ कितना लगेगा. Mandatory is something which is obligatory. Vertical integration is full supply chain control. ये चाहिए, हमारे पास ये है, ये भी है, इसके बाद ये चाहिए, ये भी है. Economies of scale, that means the cost leverage part. Now, they are efficient economies basically. Of scale means that in this. Repurposing is using something for a new purpose. Adapting, modifying. I will give you a very nice example and आप उसको उसके बाद में बहुत अच्छे से समझ पाओगे. Imagine there was a shirt that your father used to wear, okay, in his college days or when he was young adult. He kept it, it was very nice, and now even you are able to use it once or twice, you know. that is repurposing. Layering of software, that means embedding, integrating, एक को दूसरी चीज से जोड़ना. ठीक है? चल. So now it's time for you to answer some grammar related questions. Part of speech. No one? Adverb. Yeah, adverb. Same sentence, give me subject verb agreement. Main subject and main verb. It's very simple. The first noun of the sentence, notification. Okay. Then the notification is being explained. That doesn't matter. मेरे काम का नहीं है. Allows is notification allows for maximum something something. So this is my subject, the first noun of the sentence. Okay. So since we have answered this, okay. Subject verb agreement of this sentence. Subject verb agreement, guys. And outlay. Outlay is the subject. Outlay of for doesn't matter. For how long doesn't matter. This outlay expanded. Outlay allocation of the budget. अभी हमने सीखा outlay का meaning. So outlay is that budgeting. So this budget expanded to 10,000 crore. That is the verb and that is your noun. Okay. Same question, subject verb agreement, this sentence. Subject verb agreement of this sentence that I have. And this one is slightly different. In 2024, it starts with in, that means now preposition will first of all be completed. The noun pronoun attached to it, the phrase with preposition first will be completed. In 24, out of so many, अभी यहाँ पे हमारा सब्जेक्ट नहीं है. China accounted for. So China and accounted for का accounted is the word. Okay. Part of speech of this word. It is an adjective. Okay. So focus on a very important rule here. So a lot of time what we get to see is that we use 2 plus V1 and then students think कि बस यही एक तरीका है 2 को verb के साथ use करने का. Now you can see in the sentence here, from mining, processing to assembling. So there are 3 things. From mining, processing is the second thing, to assembling. Now, if I want to give starting point and end point, I use from something to something. Okay, from north to south, from A to Z, from 1 to 10. So, whenever we give lower limit, upper limit, we use from with to. In this case, what happened? From के साथ हम use कर रहे gerund. We are using a gerund with from. So we will maintain the parallelism. Mining, processing, assembling is the last one. So 2 के बाद we are using a gerund and that's why it looks like 2 plus verb in its ing form. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा आप careful रहना. Use the structure, correctly use करो structure को. It is really something that will help you. Okay. I hope this is clear. So let's see the tone and the summary. Analytical, critical, and policy oriented. That's the tone that we have. And summary is that the editorial appreciates Indian government's new EV policy allowing concessional duty. That was the first thing. Imports of EVs with mandatory local investment. But it criticizes, it's more about criticism anyway, huh? Its failure to address the crucial issue of technology transfer. Particularly in EV battery manufacturing, अभी तक तो हमने खुद का इतना कुछ शुरू नहीं करा है. By comparing India's journey with China and the US, it shows how India lags due to lack of aggressive incentives and mandatory joint ventures. है ना, जो साथ में मिलकर काम करने के लिए he has instructed. The piece suggests that without securing core technology and scaling battery production, without doing these things, our transition, EV transition, may remain superficial. It may not be the actual one or it cannot be upscaled. So, let's start with the questions now. Answer is C. What is the main criticism of SME PCI scheme according to the editorial? It lacks emphasis on the core technology transfer. Which of the following statements is true as per the editorial? The US has higher adoption. India launched EV manufacturing before China. We did at the same time. Factually wrong. China used joint ventures to enable tech transfer. That's what we want to learn. Author is saying learn from them. Answer is B. How did China achieve economies of scale in EVs? Through vertical integration of the battery supply chain. They mastered it from mining, processing to assembling. Okay. The editorial suggests India should replicate with policy from its IC manufacturing past. In a way, we should come up with joint ventures with tech partners. C is the answer. Okay. The answer is C. What is the purpose of requiring a minimum ditna investment? It is to push domestic manufacturing and value addition. Next question. Very easy one. So whenever you have along with, together with, as well as a part of subject, उसके बाद वाले subject consider नहीं होते हैं. We focus on the primary subject, which is singular. Okay. So the government has proposed incentives that are aimed at achieving self-reliance in what? In EV technology. Okay. Also, this it's is for the word government, which is singular. So government along with governments industry partners. ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. Standard rule, ना? It's a rule on which we get to see many questions in exam. Okay, so the answer to this one is C. Uh, okay, so though India has made notable progress, हालांकि India has made notable progress in what? In electrification. यहाँ तक कोई भी problem नहीं है. Its policies fall short, in ensuring long-term strategic gains to this. Okay, so just a second, मैंने इसमें introduce करना. Second का what you are saying, D? Actually, this is correct. So though India has made notable progress, everything is correct. Policies fall short in ensuring. Okay, so this is just I wanted to create an error and then I forgot to introduce the error. So things are good to go. D, no error. Yeah. Things that happen sometimes. Unlike China, who mandated? No, which mandated? Okay, so we are talking about China, a nation, a land, a piece of place. So, who is the wrong relative pronoun? We want to use which. See, who is rarely used for any nation unless and until you are considering nation a mother or a mother figure, very rare case. But here we are talking with respect to the location, like the China as a country mandated joint venture. So this is the reason we will use which and not who. A concerted push for battery localization. Push for something. Sahi. If implemented effectively, देखो, you can see there are two commas and some things which are additional, they are always mentioned like this. Okay. Was expecting. Now, was plus verb ing will give you continuous tense in active voice. So, push was expecting to do something. But push खुद ही कैसे expect करेगा? But we can expect a push from something, someone. Now, this is how we understand the sentence is supposed to be in passive voice. The push was expected. Definitely किसी और के द्वारा, people के द्वारा expected, countries के द्वारा expected to yield long-term efficiencies, to yield, to reduce parallelism, maintain, import dependence. Yes, expected. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. This one is interesting. I would like to see the one who can give me the correction. So give me the correction as well, okay? Don't just mention the error or the part that has error, but give me the correction. This is very interesting one, fifth one. Okay, anyone else? Order for which word? Previous question. इसमें कहाँ order है? We're talking about the fifth question, right? Anyone? Okay, understand the syntax here. So there is a syntax error in this one. So definitely D is not the answer. India's existing EV ecosystem, not in the options, but हम पूरे को ही पढ़ेंगे. While rapidly evolving, the system still lacks the kind of integration, vertical or kaisa bhi, integration as observed in the Chinese model. Okay? As observed नहीं आएगा, as is observed आएगा. Either you are gonna go with as is observed because we need to balance, है ना? Or we are going to use the kind of vertical integration that is observed. As is का use करेंगे या तो फिर that and then we will use is. यहाँ पे integration as observed. So are we talking about the kind as observed? Are we talking about the integration as observed? It is making my sentence syntax wise wrong. So that's the reason. There are two ways to correct it. Still lacks the kind of vertical integration that is observed in model, या फिर the kind of vertical integration as is observed in the model. तो वो is का present होना बहुत जरूरी था for the comparison. Okay, C is the answer. Got it? Any doubt? All good to go? Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. And I'm going to catch you tomorrow now. EPFO session, the main session is going to be on our main channel. Then on this one, we will have our editorial. Okay, spread the word. I think still there are many students who don't know about this change of the channel. Make sure that you let people know around you. Okay. Okay, so he lacks energy as is needed for something. Okay, और he lacks energy as इससे ज़्यादा simple है that is needed. We want to connect with the next part properly. He lacks something. बीच में बहुत सारे words आ गए यहाँ पे, right? So he lacks energy just like the energy as is needed for ABC. Or we can say he lacks energy, the energy that is needed for ABC. So there are two ways to do it. मैं अकेला as जो है उसका use नहीं कर सकती to connect my later part of the sentence. Are you understanding this one? Yeah? Let me know. So I hope we are done here. Thank you so much, all of you. And I think we are good to go. Okay? Sure. So take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.